So hi everyone who is on YouTube as well. We are very excited to have our first Open Life Science cohort for graduation, the first session today now. So just before we begin these calls, we'd like to remind everyone of our Code of Conduct and Community Participation Guidelines. The link to that could be accessed on line 18 of our Etherpad. If you have experienced or witnessed any unacceptable behaviors or have any other concerns, please feel free to contact one of the organizing team's members through team@openlifesci.org or using our individual email addresses that you can also see on line 20 of our Etherpad. As I said, today is graduation. We're live streaming to YouTube. We would like to, really just give a virtual warm hug to everyone who's decided to join us today to support our lovely graduates of OS4. So if you are here, hello and welcome, and please sign in. We'd love to see who you are in the roll call section under line 38 of the Etherpad. But without further ado, I think we should begin with the graduation presentations. And I believe, before we do that, the graduation presentations would be 5 minutes long. We try to keep time quite strictly so that everyone gets a chance to present. And then afterwards, there will be a couple of minutes of questions and comments as well. So audience, anyone listening, if you could put your questions and comments on the Etherpad underneath each section of those presentations, that would be really helpful as we head into those time for Q&A. Did I miss anything, Yo, Malvika? Perfect. Okay, without further ado, Irina, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you very much. Then I will share my screen with you and start my presentation. So good morning, everybody. My name is Irina Maus, and it's my pleasure to present to you today my All-As project, which I named How Do You Organize a Community Event dedicated to the topic Women in Data Science Perspectives in Industry in Academia. Just a few words to my background. So I am a molecular biologist by training, and currently I'm working as communication outreach officer in the German Network for Bioinformatics Infrastructure, also called DENBI. So what is DENBI? DENBI is a national academic and nonprofit infrastructure for life sciences, which was founded in 2015 by the German Ministry of Research and Education. And our aim here is to provide comprehensive first-class bioinformatics services, means software tools, but also training events, as well as cloud computing for life scientists in Germany. I am just recently joined our Elixir Germany team, which is the German node within Elixir Europe organization. Maybe a few of you just heard about that. And here I took the position as node coordinator. What is Elixir? Elixir is Europe's leading life science organization in managing and safeguarding increasing volume of data being generated by publicly funded research. So also here, we are members since 2016 and providing bioinformatics services and training events to the Elixir community. Working in that network, me and my colleagues just realized that female professionals are really underrepresented in computational biology, which brings me to the motivation of my project, because women are underrepresented in informatics at all levels, from undergraduate to graduate study, up to participation in leadership in academia and industry. And based on the statistics I found from STEM, about 15 to 22% of all professionals in data science related roles are currently women. So this issue brings me to the questions how to overcome this problem. And my answer to that is to communicate and collaborate. And also looking back, to the big companies like Bayer, for example, I can learn from them that this issue, the general issue of gender balance has been long recognized there. And beside the fact that only 80% of female professionals work at Bayer in the data science field, Bayer is organizing internal network also called Women in Data Science, as you can see it in a few pictures, and support especially young professionals in that area. They are, for example, organizing annual Distinguished Woman in Data Science Award and supporting this direction female scientists for doing outstanding work. All these points bring me to my project, which I applied to the OLS, which I named "How do you organize a community event dedicated to that topic?" And last year, Bayer company and our organization decided to organize a lecture series dedicated to that topic. And for this, we invited 4 outstanding female speakers, which reported about the key driving factors for a scientific career as a woman in data science and related fields. We invited 2 speakers from Bayer company and also 2 speakers from academia who just shed light on their personal experience and scientific or career path. The event was virtually held in December 2021, so just 2 months ago. And if you would like to see more information, just visit our website. Few words about the participants and the speakers and organizers of this event. We were around 150 registered participants from all over the world. As you can see it on that map prepared for you. So the organizers were based in St. Louis, USA, but also in Germany and in Kingston, UK, so very international. And based on the feedback we got from the participants and the high number of registered participants, we actually clearly realized that the topic is of high demand, and it is important to show how diverse the job as a data scientist can be, regardless whether you're working in industry or academia. So you can be a Bayer curator, you can be a mentor, you can be a trainer, you can be a classical data scientist. And this is the message I'm trying to bring behind this event. Coming to the end of my presentation here today, I'd like to show you or to give you some points how open life science enabled me to achieve my goals. So it gave me a really clear structure here, how to proceed, and we had a very friendly cohort. I guess you agree with me. I learned a lot from the expert. Irace, I know you are here in this audience today, and just let me know you are amazing. Thank you very much for all our conversations. I learned a lot about the community building and networking, and got access to issue templates like Canvas, Open Canvas, and Personas, which were completely new to me so far. What's next? Actually, Bayer company and we decided to go for the 3rd round of this event, and we are going to organize a 3rd meeting in spring 2022. So if you are interested, just follow us on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and stay tuned. With this, I'd like to thank the OLS team, Berenice, Malvika, Yo, Emmy. So thank you very much, guys, for organizing this. I'd like to thank the DENBI team and NXC Germany team, in particular my supervisors, Alfred Püller and Andreas Tauch. And I also thank my mentor, Irace Puebla, and you guys for your attention. I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Irena. A round of virtual applause. Lovely presentation, and so excited to see such a successful event that you've organized in December as well, with so many participants and from so many places. We have a question in the Etherpad, but folks, please feel free to add yours as well. Did you have any challenges during the organizing of this event, and any tips for people who would like to organize events like this in the future?
I have some challenges during the advertising this event, and yeah, actually to cover all the issues which might be interested for the audience, for the community, like how do I present myself, points or issues with the soft skills and stuff like that. I mean, we had only 2.5 hours time, and it was not possible to present all the problems and areas and topics related to that. So that was a bit problematic to be just in time.
Yeah, lots of moving pieces to figure out. Thank you so much, Irena. Yeah, fantastic work. With that, I hand over to Yo.
Thanks, Emmy. So we're going to move on to our next presentation. I don't see any other questions at the moment, although I do see some nice comments in the Etherpad. People were definitely impressed with the 150 attendance, Irena. So great job on that.
Thank you.
But apart from that, thank you, folks, and we'll move on. So Adele, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Amazing. Take it away.
Thank you. Sharing my screen. Yep, thank you. Well, hello everyone. Good morning. My name is Adele Sárvári. My project is Balconnect, a room to share with nature, a network of people and their outdoor spaces, improving human-nature collaborations, and if all goes well, biodiversity. Trying to find how quick. Okay. It's a green initiative aiming at sparking knowledge-based people-plant interactions and open community-focused practices and augmented collaborative learning. And some specific challenges that motivate me are physical, emotional, and cultural alienation from nature. So I see Balconnect as an opportunity for people to build and to work on their own personal plant catalog and share it with others, and to prompt them to interact with each other and also with their plants they are raising in their balconies, windowsills, and terraces. Another challenge is that ornamental plants are generally seen only as decorations. And so I see Balconnect as an opportunity for participants to use it to share knowledge or learn more about their native natural ecosystems and about plants that could support these ecosystems. And another example, a challenge that motivates me a lot is the lack of visibility, coordination, and structure in how to address the biodiversity crisis with ornamental plants. So with Balconnect, I wish that participants could literally put their own green spaces on the map, and to document and visualize their own personal eco-legacy, and also to use the platform to consciously and collaboratively build biodiverse green patches in cities and metropolitan areas. So what I found is that to work openly is a core characteristic of this project, of this intervention, and then I must learn how to design it into its circulation. So that's when I applied to OLS. My main goal was to grow into the open leadership hat and to learn how to wear it while I'm designing towards my first open prototype. And so as a result of this wonderful journey, I reached a major milestone, which was to lose the fear of working openly and to come out as an open project lead and also as a researcher. And moreover, it did help me to gain a better perspective on my project and to move forward. The way it was more like an internal transformation process, which is a bit hard to explain, but it was a lot of observation and a lot of listening, a lot of talking with my wonderful mentor, Emma, about her experiences and as an open project lead. And also I learned a lot from the presentations of the experts, and I looked into their work, read their blogs, which also helped me a lot. But very importantly, the observing how OLS works as a system and how it's structured, how it's organized, was a great help as well, because I experienced all this collaborative knowledge creation and learning, and with such a community of different people coming from different backgrounds, it was a great help. And so about where I am now. These are the milestones I set up for the project, and OLS definitely helped me touching the 3 major milestones, which is communication and collaboration and prototyping. So I published GitHub. I improved my people-plant interactions workshop, and now I have about 50 people signed up as interested in participating in the first open prototype, for which I selected the key tools, which is also a great step forward. As of next, I would like to continue working on these 3 milestones, especially focusing on the website and prototyping. And to keep things going, I'm also looking into funding opportunities and collaboration opportunities, and reflecting on my progress as an open leader as well. Please get in touch. I especially would like to highlight the OLS Slack community, which is OLS channel I would never ever want to log out from. I love it, and I hope to see you there. And yes, please get in touch in case you have any interest in participating in this project at any level. And so lastly, I would like to thank to this wonderful OLS team for this journey, Malvika, Yo, Berenice, and Nemi, my fantastic mentor, Emma Karun, for her wisdom and patience, Lily Winfrey for her expertise and encouragement, and all the presenters and the OLS community for this great inspiration. Really, thank you so much.
Woohoo! Thank you so much, everyone. Can we have a round of applause for another amazing presentation and project? Cool. So, folks, questions on line 77, 78 of the Etherpad, if you have any. So we have some comments and questions for you, Adele. First one is, I love the style of these slides. What did you use to create them? And I fully agree with this one.
Thank you. I used Google Slides, but some of the graphics I made in Canva.
That is some epic graphic design in that case. That is really cool. So we have a couple of reflections on how we've loved observing the transformational aspects of what you've been learning as you've been going on. And one other question, which is it possible to link in a citizen science platform such as citsci.org to help gather data?
Yes, definitely. I would like to publish when I have a bit more things set up. I would like to publish it on some of the citizen science observatory sites, and also use and collaborate with some of those observatories to use their data sets, for example.
Excellent. Okay. I would just add that 50 people for a first prototype, that just sounded so amazing. So huge well done on that as well. So thank you so much, Adele.
Thank you
I
so
think we're
much.
going to move on to the next presentation now, folks. So with that, Eva, how are you? Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm just sharing the screen. All right, so here we go. I'm Eva Leś. I work for Coalition Clean Baltic, and I'm also founder of River University. My goal for OLS course was to establish the third edition of River University. And I'm a biologist from my background, so that's why I do care about these issues. And I work within river ecology field. So I would like to start with the vision for the initiative, which was to create an open and international interdisciplinary river university, sharing the river ecosystem knowledge via open access, wide availability, and that crucial understandable science in the Baltic Sea region. And it's dedicated for a variety of participants called river stakeholders, supporting institutional and official knowledge. My motivation simply comes from my attitude. I like to learn and improve, and I would like to just invite others to do this and to experience that science doesn't have to be boring. The value of River University comes from the contribution to the improvement of Baltic Sea region condition, also the environmental stewardship, important shared sense of responsibility around water management and our rivers. And also particular cases are chosen to practice and to solve river-related problems in the particular countries or the transboundary ones. It's, for example, like pollution, poor water management, or droughts, transboundary conflicts. We were hosted so far by Poland, Lithuania, and we will go to Estonia. The colorful river basins you can see on the left, and the orange fish marked where we went so far. So yes, the most important for me that River University is not only about the rivers, but the core of it are the passionate people. Here you can see the lecturers from the first edition of it. Also, I would like to mention that the initiative has granted the patronage from European Parliament. So I always tend to relate to European like standards or trends related to river ecology. Here you can see our joyful experiences from the last edition in Lithuania in the last year. Also our online studio implemented in Lithuanian National Park. Yes, so you can see that we experience the beauty and we get to know the life of the rivers, the natural and living rivers. That's the important words to use it. But it's also not only about the getting to know the rivers itself, but also the river-related societies, and to get to know how important the upstream-downstream solidarity is for them. So my main goal was how to make the River University more open, understandable for all of us, not only for scientists, to implement some open life science elements in it. And the most important was for me the milestone co-establishing the 3rd edition of River University in Estonia on topic of flood risk management, which I'm happy to say that its preparation are ongoing, and it looks well in terms of organization and planning. And the most useful elements from Open Life Science for me were so far Canvas, roadmap. Also, this will be a code of conduct and contribution guideline, because that's the socio-environmental initiative. So where we are now, we are heading Estonia this year in July with the agenda of 5 days in the field, and also with lectures experiencing the river and river-related societies. We will visit a few rivers within Estonia. You can see them marked here. So it will be kind of a study trip with the main topic, as I said, flood risk management. We will also go dive towards nature-based solution, flood mitigation, climate change mitigation. Just a word, why Estonia? Because this country has some kind of natural phenomena called a 5th season. It's a floody period between March and April of surging floods, like recasting the landscape as waterlogged basin. So you can imagine, or you have some small bits presented here, how it can look. And it's important because people simply had to learn how to live with this natural occurrence, not how to block it, but how to adapt, I would say. That's I wanted to use it. I also will prepare the lecture about open science for our edition. Yes, I would like to thank very much for all supporters, encourage you to get in touch with me if you're interested in this topic and this field. You can do this either participant, lecture, maybe contributor to the project. Feel free. I'm trying to make it more open. If you would like to co-develop the River University in your country, or be a media supporter, so let's dive deep together to the waters of open science. I included the links to the previous editions, also to the elements of OLS. You can also comment on the files. And thank you very much for all support to the Open Life Science team, and especially my mentors, Emily and Ariel. She is here. Also to my supporters from my work, Coalition Clean Baltic, the co-organizer, Estonian Water Association, and my colleagues, experts. Thank you.
I thank you. This may be one of the most beautiful nature presentations I have ever seen in OLS. So that was really incredible. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to check the Etherpad for questions. So we have some comments about how much we love the not only for scientists aspect of the project. It's fantastic, really getting everyone involved and not just ivory tower, so to speak, people. So we have some questions. Is there a way to follow your project, where you go, the pictures and videos you collect, and the data you publish?
Well, yes, they are basically the links to the particulars edition. I included them in the presentation, so that's the first point. To get in touch, and obviously there are the pictures and videos and presentations and recordings included. So just check later I think last or almost last my slide, and there is the hint.
Fantastic. Could we get you, when you have a moment, to put a link to the presentation in the Etherpad so that people
Yes.
following along can find that?
Of course.
That would be great. Thank you so much. We have another question. Could you share a story from one of the previous editions, maybe a stakeholder changing their behavior, or maybe there's a funny story that you'd like to share?
I think I can share the experience perhaps rather, because for me and for participants, the last it was very significant that the last edition, which was the last year, happened at live, not online, because we didn't know how it will go with pandemic. And all the participants and lecturers were very happy that we can meet like face to face, actually talk with each other, experience not only the rivers but also ourselves, like just simply in a people way. And what was liked as well, it was that we went on the wetlands, not only to see them, but Lithuanians, they chosen the particular site so we could get like inside of them without shoes, like experience the wetlands by barefoot. And that I saw that it was very valuable for people as well, because you can feel, actually you can feel this nature and this particular wetlands, how it reacts on you, how how it reacts with you and on you. So that was my sharing.
I have to admit that sounds incredible. I'm sort of just imagining myself wading barefoot in a nice, slightly warm river right now, and it just seems amazing, especially since right now outside my window there's a lot of frost, and it actually wouldn't be nice, but I can imagine warmer. One other comment we have is that I love the water pun around the flow of the river project and diving deeper into the water of open science. So I think we definitely appreciate that.
Feel free to join if you are interested. You can apply. If the registration will be open, I will let you know.
Oh, drop that in the Open Life Science Slack channels, and I bet you we will be interested. Okay, thank you so much, Eva. That was really good. So Malvika, do you want to take over for the last one?
Yeah, very excited to welcome Arend to talk about his project, OpenMB SEM. I'm going to give 5 minutes, but of course we don't have more speakers, but don't go wrong. I'm really excited to hear your project.
Thank you, Malvika, for introducing me. Just going to share my screen. Okay, nice of you all to join my OLS graduation. I'm Arend Kievitz. I'm a PhD student working at Delft University of Technology, where I do a project about imaging of biological samples, tissues in 3D with electron microscopy. So I started this OLS journey. I joined the program because I wanted to kickstart my career, and having a firm basis in open science, I think would be great. So I started this project and initiated OpenMB SEM during the OLS program with help of my mentors Esther Plomp and Martin Jones. And this project is guided at centralizing information, data, methods, and applications for a method that we call multi-beam scanning electron microscopy, which is a super fast type of new type of microscope that we have developed at Delft University of Technology in the Netherlands. And the key goals of my project are open sharing of data, methods, and publications about this new method. And the inspiration for this is that, as this is a novel type of microscope, we are yeah, we are one of the lucky ones to have this this new type of microscope and want to share it with the world, of course, and help also the less fortunate further with their biological questions. So more goals of this project are to have interactive out-of-the-box deployable code for the methods that we develop, interactive data viewing in 3D, and also, yeah, we would like to invite other researchers and like-minded people in further developing this method. So currently now I structured this website that I built with a short introduction about the method and the workflow that we typically use. And then about the research field that I'm in, which is called volume electron microscopy. And here you see subtabs also for data sharing. So we have an interactive data viewer already implemented, which is called CapMate. And I list also the methods that I'm developing now. So to give you a demonstration of what I've been working on. So I've been working on an interactive data viewer, and I hope I can share it immediately. Otherwise, I have to stop sharing for a moment. Can you now see the video?
No, Arend, maybe
Okay.
you'll have to switch the screen.
Okay, so I built this interactive environment in Jupyter Notebook. So I'll just give you a quick run through. We import some stuff and then we can load into data. And I used a widget-based interactive viewer in the notebook to actually show the data. And you can also zoom the results. It's very nice. And here I just follow the line of experiments where I do some quantitative calculations on these images. You can preview the data and then run these calculations yourself in your own environment, plot the results, and use the interactive plots also to change the view. It also shows these progress bars that are included for better experience. So this is a small demonstration of what I've been working on also for my PhD project. And to give you a heads up for what is happening in the future, I plan to enroll this website open to the field. So I joined a Slack channel, which I got in touch with thanks to my mentor Martin Jones, who is in the volume EM community in the UK. And for example, I used the personas and pathways exercise to come up with a few personas. And thanks to that, I could actually write a contributor guideline, which I'm still working on, which I'll use in the coming months actually to see if we can attract some contributors to this project. I already have our colleagues in the Netherlands in the city of Groningen, which we collaborate with. So they're really happy to join us actually in further developing this method. But I also want to, of course, reach out to the international community. So I'm going to do that also using Twitter and using this Slack channel to actually promote my my project. So to end up, I would like to thank my my mentors for helping me along the way. Esther Plom for her very valuable feedback to the project and also giving me some tips on data management and skills. And of course, Martin Jones for being a very valuable source of information about the field and also helping me with setting up the GitHub repository and giving me some tips. And through also for organizing the expert talk with one of his colleagues at the Crick Institute, which gave me a very nice insight into how a research software engineer works. So, and also thanks to the OLS team for giving me a chance to present this project and learning so much about open science. Thank you.
Amazing. Let's give some round of virtual applause, some emojis or jazz hand. Thanks so much, Arend. I have some really wonderful notes. I'll start with one question by one of our attendees. do you have a use case study for your methodology? What are you looking for especially?
Yes, yeah, that's really something that I share also want to share on the website in the short term. So a use case that we're going to do is image a mitotic cell in 3D. So that is a cell that's actually dividing itself, so copying itself in two. And together with a student in our lab who would like to study the chromatin arrangement, so the arrangement of the chromosomes in the DNA in 3D, and learn more about how it's structured and how it works. So that's an example of a case study that I could get we're working on.
Thank you so much. So another comment is I really appreciate your personal commitment to conduct research open from start, keeping researchers in mind. I really enjoyed the insight that you're going to use persona and pathway to build your contribution guideline. That's really, really interesting. And I look forward to seeing more of that. Another question is, can you give a very simplistic explanation of what the analysis pipeline shown in your Jupyter notebook does? Maybe a video introduction, for example.
Yeah, that's a very good suggestion. I think would actually be great to give to have a sort of video instruction on how the research was conducted and how this Jupyter notebook works. Maybe very shortly explained, it is just a sort of walkthrough and demonstration of the research that I've done the past year, and it sort of tries to benchmark this new electron microscopy technique to conventional techniques, using qualitative and quantitative experiments to actually demonstrate that. So.
Yeah, so we can probably imagine that you're going to post a video on your website, and we'll learn about it also through Slack. Another question is, as you said that you are inviting contributions from other researchers, which scientific research area are you expecting contributors to come from? Do they have to be from biological field, for example?
I think this field of research is really interdisciplinary. So we are looking for all kinds of contributors, specifically for biologists, neurobiologists, for example. We're looking for research software engineers, data scientists, EM microscopists, also people that can help with documentation, demonstration. I think we will be hosting sort of a demonstration also for this microscope, and in the following years demonstrating this technique to the world, showing what it can do. So also on the sample preparation side, I think we can use some help. So there's various kinds of aspects to this project and contributions that we can use.
Yeah, I really appreciate how you're trying to build openness in microscopy, which obviously is located in different places, and as you said, not available in all institutes. So really looking forward to how this project impacts people and how you bring people into this community-led project. So thank you so much, Aaron. A big round of applause to all our speakers. What a wonderful start of our graduation week. You all have graduated. That was as simple as that, but no, of course, you worked really hard. So thanks all the mentors who are here or who have interacted with all our mentees, all the expert speakers. We are just blown. I'm going to just pass it to Yo before we close, because we have probably a picture.
I was just thinking, what do I need to do? Okay, folks, group picture. If you don't want your face in the group picture, turn off your camera. If you would like, do your most OLS face. I don't know what that means. You're going to have to figure it out. And then I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it in our Slack. So on the count of 3, 2, 1, hold that face, and I nearly got it. Okay, go. Thank you, folks. I'll post that in the Slack. And do you want to wrap? Is there anything else to do, Malvika?
Yeah, we're ready to wrap. Drop the beat now. Close the live streaming. Thank you all very much. See you in the next graduation calls or somewhere else.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, beautiful humans.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care. And good luck
Thank you very much.
with all the projects.
And I'm going to end because we're streaming. So bye, stream.